Straight through the centre, Jake for Tom. Canberra come up with a ball. Why not a flick pass? Why not indeed? Flick pass from Elliot Whitehead for Kyo Weeks to score.
Back on the inside, it was a set play. They do it a lot. Jake and Tommy, there's the flick. That's a great pass. Too much speed, Wicks.
I'm going to make a statement. Elliot was down knackered here. He was out of breath. He ends up with a ball.
That's clever.
I'm not running 30 metres, but let me show you this trick.
You know, it's a big play too, especially when you're down 20 points to nil. You need to ignite and do something. It's a percentage play.
Look at natural flick pass. And a set restart for Canberra. Levi now, a crash over. Whitehead has done it. I said in the first half, the ultimate warrior for the Raiders.
Whitehead gets the football close to the ruck, spins out of Tommy's tackle. He's hobbling out there again.
Oh, another error from Manly. And there is Canberra getting one back. Whitehead's got another one. It's gone from 12 to 12.
And both of them to Elliot. What a knock it's been. Just lands straight in the lap. They can't make the tackle. The big man scores under the posts. I'll tell you what, if you want any sort of confidence, you score back-to-back tries when you're behind. Gives you a little bit of belief in this guy. Whitehead again, in again for the Canberra Raiders. Not a bad place to score too, right under the posts. He'll be filthy in himself, Waddell.
Papa's in a double half. The Weeks are going to kick and chase. The chase is being led by Timoko. He's in front. It turns right. Kotrick! He is a tightrope walker.
They need to do something a little bit different here. Papa in the dummy half. The chip over the top. Tommy's caught in midfield. Look at the bounce. Kotrick, well done. He's had a real good game here defensively and finishes that try off beautifully on the touchline. Look at the bounce. You were just hoping that the ball would bounce here for the Raiders. Kotrick knows exactly where he's at, keeps in field.
Yes.
Great play.
Nick tippy toes Kotrick scores for Canberra.
But what a play from Weeks. Mate, that is sensational.
Last tackle Raiders, trailing by 2. Stranger's kick is perfect. And would you believe it? Hudson Young has put Canberra in front.
Gee, you can see him building for that, couldn't you? He does it a lot of times, Hudson Young. Clock, well, what a time to score for the Raiders, and what a comeback. They got caught flat-footed. Strange with the little grubber kick. Hudson on the outside, scores the try, Hudson Young. Tommy just a little bit slow to come across. Hudson Young, gee, does it a lot. Big times in games, scores a try for the Raiders.
If they win from here and back onto one knee, kick from halfback Kyo Weeks. Tracy into the play again. Oh! That straight into the hands of Xavier Savage.
Had to come forward to the kick. Not an easy kick either from Kyo Weeks. Jammed on a sideline. Chase almost got to him, but he was able to get a good piece of it. And Connor Tracy, how he dropped that, very uncharacteristic mistake from Connor Tracy. There was 5 or 6 Raiders there. The first man on the scene was Xavier Savage. Just thought about running before he actually had the ball in his hands. You could see his eyes move just before he had complete control of it. He was off and running, but never had the ball. And the bounce, well picked up from Xavier Savage. What a start for the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, big smile on the face. He now has 6 tries for the season. 9 of 12. Bulldogs, by the way, though, 6 of 10. So they definitely need to pick up. So they're both under 70%. 9 of 13. Oh, no! Another mistake, and away go the Raiders.
Provides the Dogs, just hit from underneath. The ball spews free, and Seb Chris just heads for the in-goal area, and there's no one around him to stop. Just watch the shot. Ethan Strange. We just praised Ethan Strange for his defensive work in coming up with the football when the Dogs were looking dangerous. He gets under Carraz, shoulder onto the ball, and you couldn't have asked it to go anywhere else if you're a Canberra Raider. Went straight to Seb Chris.
There is Marnie, yet another tackle from Reid Marnie, 28 for the night. Smithies and a strange, oh, there they go! Hudson Young! It is a steam train.
5th of the season, but just watch Ethan Strange hold this ball up. Look like he's going out the back, and then a nice flat pass to his back rower. They've opened the Dogs up. Papali'i just on the field, just returning to 13, dragged in Drew Hutchison, did a job to hold the ball. Hudson Young sprints to the try line. And very quickly after getting their 13 men back on the field, they score a try to get themselves back in the game. It was only 8 points, Andrew. I think Ricky Stewart takes that after being down to 11.
Kyo Weeks has beaten a couple. Kyo Weeks put the foot down, and only Tracy there to stop him. Here come the Raiders. They're bad and mean. The Green Machine. There and again.
To Hudson Young that scored the try, but KO Weeks, after a pass from Trey Mooney, hit the ground. Just watch, look at the speed. Beats 3 or 4 Bulldogs. An absolute star as a junior representative player was KO Weeks. Then Ethan Strange, very quick, went to pass it early, but thought, no, I'll take Hudson Young to the line. Held it up long enough just to get them interested and create a bit of space for Young. Jacob Preston was there, Stephen Crichton, but he slides in between both and grabs the 4-pointer, and you said it.
Yeah.
You said it. I'm expecting the Canberra Raiders to hit the lead at some time soon. Hudson Young, back-to-back tries.
Levi deep to his 5'8", and Strange measures the kick. It's there. It's still there. The bounce comes down for Kotrick. Okay. Canberra claim their first.
We're also around it. Here's the Seb Chris run where, he's dropped it cold. Dropped it cold, Seb Chris. Allowed to play on, and then it's the kick from Ethan Strange across the field. Gets it right on the try line. The Roosters collide, and was it a hand from Elliott Whitehead that knocked it backwards? Well, that was pretty clever from Elliott Whitehead, because he had a couple of tall players around him in Swali'i and also Daniel Tupou. He won the race to hit the ball, make contact with it, and got it to go backwards, which isn't easy in that situation.
Well, his timing was perfect there from Whitehead. I thought he was offside at the first glimpse, but looking at the replay, gets there first, 3 Roosters around the ball. Good presence of mind to knock that ball back.
Did he
Kotrick
knock
just
it
cleans
back?
up the scraps.
Did he knock it back, Block? That angle there will have Roosters fans howling, but try confirmed.
That side-on angle didn't look good in terms of knocking it back, because you're thinking, well, was he on the try line? Because it bounced before the try line. So I guess that gave the impression that it went backwards, Matty.
You decide at home, does this ball go backwards?
He touches the ball a good metre before the try line, and it goes forward.
James Victor, get out of there!
Levi finding Hudson Young. Your try-scoring edge forward does it again.
Gee, that puts pressure on the inside man. Look at that.
And that was Spencer Leniu, and the legs tackle, well, just wasn't good enough.
Young was looking for a second try. Rapana couldn't find him. Kyo Weeks skips to the outside, and Kyo goes in.
But Kyo Weeks has been one of... I watched him come through the New South Wales Pathways blocker, and as a 5'8" fullback, had one of the most dynamic running games